What's good, everyone? It's your boy Styxx. I'm here with PressBox. Killer Kev's not here with us today. I guess he's at church or whatever. So yeah, we're gonna go along with the show. How you doing today?
What's up, bro?
Yep, it's us two.
You know you gonna hear that shit. You gonna be like, yo, man, what's up?
I don't
What's
give a
up,
shit.
dude?
Yeah,
It's like he always talking about a trap house.
Yep, that's who it is. You heard about the what's name, right? Well, what's the nigga name? Creflo Dollar. He apologized to his congregation, saying that he didn't know that he wasn't supposed to take tithes. You didn't hear about that, have you?
Oh, good.
Oh no, there's a video out that he apologized to his congregation.
If he was wrong about tithing, what else is he wrong about?
Saying to you that I'm still growing, and that the teachings that I've shared in times past on the subject of tithing were not correct. And today I stand in humility to correct some things that I've taught for years and believed for years, but could never understand it clearly because I had not yet been confronted with the gospel of grace, which has made the difference. I won't apologize because if it wasn't for me going down that route, I would have never ended up where I am right now. But I will say that I have no shame at all at saying to you, throw away every book, every tape, and every video I ever did on the subject of tithing, unless it lines up with this. I've done some corrective teaching in the last 10 years, but not to the degree of what we're getting ready to do now. So why is this important? Because religion is sustained by two factors: fear and guilt. And if it's one subject that the church has used for a long time to keep people in fear and guilt, it is in that subject of tithing.
Saying that he didn't know any better, that he didn't know that he wasn't supposed to ask for tithes. The church is not supposed to take tithes from people. And when asked to give the money back, he said, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Was it an interview or some shit like that?
No, it was him at the church.
At
his mega church. And he was talking about it, and that was it.
Creflo, he got to. First of all, Creflo asked motherfuckers to help him buy a Learjet. So
I don't knock him for that. The niggas that gave him the money are fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how you not know what you doing?
Because it's a hustle. You know what you're doing, but you gotta sell it.
Yeah,
that's it. You gotta sell it to the people.
Yeah,
people who are believers are extremely gullible. They believe in a fucking fairy tale carpenter, basically a hippie. They don't know if he's white or black, both sides. But yeah, or if he exists.
I think he's full of shit. And he went, of course.
Who is full of shit?
Oh, Creflo.
No, he's not. How is he full of shit? He asked people for something that he wanted, and he got it.
I guess it's kind of hard to say. No.
That's right there. It's the first one right there. Prosperity preacher Creflo Dollar. My past teaching or tithing was not correct. That's 3 days ago.
Damn, son, was not correct.
That's it. So it's nothing new. We all know. Even I'm not a believer in that shit, but you're not supposed to give money to the church. It's a hustle. Your faith.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why the conversation is. I know that. I know your belief because you've told me multiple times. I know your belief, and you're not coming from it. You're coming from a central. You're not coming from a spiritual level. You don't believe in that.
It has nothing to do with spirituality.
Exactly. And I agree with you on that. It doesn't. He just straight up hustled a whole bunch of people.
That's what the church is.
That's what the church is. Well, you say that. See, that's the reason why it's kind of hard for me. I can't say that.
Hard is no. See, y'all niggas like to pussyfoot around shit because you niggas just fucking just hoes. Be honest with yourself. church?
No, actually, I can't do it because my mom is over in the other room, and her father was a pastor, so I'm really tight around that subject as far as being my voice. Now, she knows I'm not with that, but as far as me saying that shit, I don't do that. I got to deal with that later. But since we're here, I hope her door ain't cracked. But since we're here, yes, it is a hustle. To me, I feel like the church is a big fucking hustle.
I would like to talk to any pastor, preacher out there eventually on any social media platform, because they are the destruction of black people. They always been.
I think so too.
It's not a think. It's been they've destroyed humanity. Their first war was based on belief. You do know that, right?
Nah, I don't know nothing about the first war being based off of belief, but most wars are holy wars.
Not even holy wars. What starts a war? What would start a war? Resources.
Right.
Okay. What else?
Religion.
That's the first one that comes up.
Yeah.
Because resources is based on where you're located.
Right.
Religion can be anywhere across the board. If you believe in something, another person doesn't believe in it, and you feel strongly about your belief and want to overpower their belief, you're going to go to war with them.
Exactly.
So that's it.
Like,
so
like that shit over there in Jerusalem. They that's the birthplace of Jesus and all that type. That's what it was, but it also has all the oil too.
What you talking about, Palestine?
Yeah, Palestine, somewhere over there in the Middle Eastern country.
The Israelis and Palestinians. That's a holy war.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, based on basically the death of Jesus, something like that. I think that's what it is. Like the holy land, but where he's supposed to die there. Some crap is going on over there. It's based on it's a holy war.
Mm-hmm.
But even with Creflo Dollar, him teaching Jesus Christ or Christianity is not a black thing. It's not. It's a Western civilization belief.
Exactly.
We don't come from Western civilization. We were transported to the Western civilization.
Mm-hmm.
So about
hence Toby and Kunta.
Yeah.
Your name is Toby.
Yeah.
No, my name is Kunta.
So yeah, he had a revelation that his past teachings of tithing was not correct and no shit, because you're just asking people to give you money to benefit yourself and your quote unquote cause. And that's it. I just hope people can actually see this shit and be like, you know what, if you could believe in something, go home and believe in it. You don't got to stay or go to a church, especially a mega church, and pray. If God is everywhere, he's everything and nothing at the same time, Alpha and Omega, then he can hear you in your own bedroom. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I think about when it comes to the church? It's all good for everybody to have their own beliefs. That's cool. That part is cool. You know what I'm saying? I believe in this, you believe in that. But the problem, one of the main things about the church that I have a problem with is I've met some of the worst people in church.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I thought this was the place y'all ain't supposed to go. Like, yo, I ain't even gonna lie. I think it was about 7 years ago. I went to my wife's church. We're in the what they call that, congregation, sitting down, and the pastor is giving her sermon that day, and a fight breaks out in the pew behind her between two members, the choir and all that. Two ladies start fighting over a dude, but they in the choir in the middle of service, and I'm like, yo, y'all fighting over fucking right now. Y'all can't even. I was just like, are you serious? There was another church that I went to where the pastor, you know how they have guest preachers come through to the church?
Yeah.
Well, the pastor, obviously, this dude was an ex-pimp or something. All right, because when he came into the church, real smooth dude, old cat, looking off into the congregation, and his sermon was to tell women to get that pussy up. I was like, wait a minute. No, I'm not surprised. I'm talking about it reinforced my thinking, like, yo, this ain't where people need to be
church is nothing more than a cesspool of heathens.
Exactly. This is not where people need to be if you're trying to have good.
No, if you're doing good and trying to do good,
yeah, you don't need to be
the
there.
last place you go to is church. Same way if you're healthy, the last place you go to is a hospital.
Now, this is just our opinion, and we're going off of how we feel.
No, I'm going based off fucking
facts and how we feel, and I guess it's our experience. So we're not telling you to, but you need to look up. It's like sometimes you gotta take your head out the sand. Some people don't even look right because some people go to church just because they come from a family that went to church.
Yeah, you was raised into
raised in the church.
A quote unquote tradition. However, your tradition doesn't mean it was actually beneficial for you or your family.
Hence Marvin Gaye, all these cats, they did it.
Wait, Marvin Gaye what?
His father was in the church and all that type. His dad shot him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's just.
He was in the church.
Yeah, he was in the church because he was raised in the church.
Right, he was raised in the church, but this was Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye, he did that secular secular music, and his father he didn't like that. His father wanted him to sing gospel, but he wanted to do
also a cross dresser.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm saying. We're saying the exact same thing. All them, it's like you can go into the church. You can go into the church, but that's where the most heathens are. It's just like, how you going to tell somebody how to be when you're a cross-dresser?
Because it's order.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's just ruling over someone. The church. Okay. Even when you look at a chessboard, name the pieces on the chessboard. Who's next to the queen and the king?
Duke, pawn, the rook.
Bishop? What's a bishop? He has the same powers. He basically has the same powers as the king and queen, just a different role. He's next to the knight and the rook, basically. So he's on the same level of power. In essence, if you look at history, throughout every kingdom, you always had a king, queen, and a priest, pastor, or something of that level. Whether it's
the advisor.
Yeah, but guess what? He was untouchable, even to the king.
Yeah, they kind of left him alone
because he's the only person that had a quote unquote connection to God. That was it. So again, if you could, there's books upon this shit. So it is what it is. I just fucking find it hilarious because I came across my my social media feed and a bunch of other places, even my Google feed. It's like Creflo Dollar was lying to people about tithes and shit. So now, for those that are aware of it, stop going to these mega churches and giving them your hard-earned money because they don't give a shit about you.
They like strippers.
What do you mean?
That's the thing. I think some of these, if not all of them, are like strippers. It's like, yo, you go to a strip club and you throw money at a stripper, and you're not finna fuck.
They're not strippers. They're pimps.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's like y'all out there. Yeah, you're right.
They're pimps.
That's
you going out there
analogy.
to do the work, and you come back
to give them the money.
You
do the work and come back and give them the money.
That's it.
Yeah. Real talk. I think even with the teachings of the Bible, they always tell you little things like turn the other cheek and all that kind of stuff. This is another reason why. It's
short stories based on civility. That's all it is.
And guess what? We the only ones that turn the cheek and end up getting fucked. Ooh. I think, between blacks and whites, I think white people handed off that Bible to black people, keep them docile. Oh, be nice, turn the other cheek.
White people had it too. There's poor white people here.
Love thy neighbor.
There's poor white people here too that are Christians.
Yeah, there are.
It's not about a black thing. I say for black people, it's itself. We were not supposed to follow in that religion. We come from a place named Africa. And if you think about African culture, no matter which country you break it down into in the concept of Africa, we don't believe in a person named Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Period. In the eastern part of the world, guess which religion reigns supreme? I'll let you answer that question. Do you even know?
No, nigga.
God damn, you fucking suck. People are Muslim over there. You don't know nothing.
No. I was thinking Muslim, but it's just like, you know what, right
Most
now.
People are Muslim on that side of the planet. Think about it. There's Africa, you got the Middle East, you have parts of fucking Asia that are Muslim as well. Those people who are Chinese or, say Chinese, that's Muslim, they're held in fucking concentration camps, quote unquote, because their belief system.
And they're not Buddhists and things like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, where we come from, we don't believe in that. And in most places, they don't have a religion. They go based on tribal belief system. Like spirits and everything else, God of rain, water, fire, and all the other stuff that actually makes sense. This is where, hence, the mythology came from. They humanized the Greek, the elements, and made them into human beings. That's all it is. But they call that mythology. But what about Christianity? It's a religion. It's the same shit. But let's get off of that, because I can ramble about that shit all day. I really want to have a conversation with someone about that shit, because I'll make them feel like shit. Like, I really do. I really want to talk to a person about that shit, because I'm at the point now, even with look at society now, everything's trying to be ran by religion, and I'm really getting tired of this fucking religion shit, because it's a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry, like, for those that believe in it, you can believe in all you want, but don't get mad if you see a person that believe in an Easter bunny that's like 30 years old, or Santa Claus is like 40 something years old. It's the same shit. And the funny part is about the Easter bunny and Santa Claus and fucking anything else, like Tony the Tiger, you see them. You know what they look like. Your quote-unquote savior and God and fucking whoever you believe in, you can't see them. You can't identify them. I know what Santa Claus look like. There's no dispute.
Ain't no dispute. Yo, and I heard that was some bullshit too. It's like, yo,
Saint Nick is actually based off a Turkish guy that was y'all don't. Yeah, like I said, y'all don't want to get into that, because I could break down all this shit. But yeah, as I said, y'all niggas need to read some books or something.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the Illest Critics on the Raw 808 Underground Radio.